So I just want to say the number one thing that people have to rely on instantly, unemployment benefits. Who is that for? It's for people who are eligible for work, available for work, and they're able-bodied. They're not disabled. That's who can collect. Because if you can't search for a job while you're on it, you're not allowed to get it. Now, I'm not going to get into, whether you were fired or you were laid off for economic reasons. For purpose of this conversation, let's assume everybody is on a layoff or a furlough. So that money is available for as long as the states and the federal government say it is, which at this time, I believe, is 39 weeks. It was 26 in New Jersey. It's been extended. And the feds are now kicking in some money as well for, I believe, the same period of time. So if you were collecting $700 a week on unemployment, which is on the high side, but some people get that, the feds are paying $600, so you're now getting $1,300 a week, which would be about $60,000 a year. Now, if you were only making—
Keep in mind, Hanan,
Yeah.
those are two separate agencies and they're two separate checks. One is the state unemployment and one is federal subsidy for COVID-19. So the $600 is a separate check from your standard unemployment, just so you know.
I agree with that. And the amount of money is totally based on the formulas. I just got 2 notices from the state for some of my employees who had to go on reduced hours, and it shows all 4 quarters of their 2019 earnings and says their maximum eligibility under the law. And that's basically what happens. All
yes.
Right. So I want to talk about, so there's unemployment, right? That's the income security. You had the job, you pay into the system, and when you need it, it's there for you. What about if you are injured on the job, which can include getting COVID and any symptoms from it? The gentleman who was on a ventilator for 32 days and lived and went home to the cheers of the entire hospital, which I saw on YouTube, and you can too. When he goes back to work, when he feels he's ready to go back to work, he may not be able to, or he may only be able to do quarter time or half time. And whether the job wants to say, don't worry about it, we're going to pay you full time or whatever, that's up to them. But let's say they can't. So he can go on partial workers' comp. He can maybe have to be out on full workers' comp, but just temporarily. That's for people, and it's a state system benefit, which, again, the employer pays insurance for that. It's an insurance policy. You can tell anybody who's affected by the illness who cannot go back to work, they need to figure out, are they eligible for unemployment? Are they disabled from employment? And since they were injured on the job, they can collect through workers' compensation. You cannot do both. Because
many of our clients or people that are on this call have been unemployed, and their unemployment ran out just before COVID-19 struck. And even though they're trying to claim unemployment, the Unemployment New Jersey DOL site is telling them that it is exhausted. The best way, because New Jersey, it's very important that you pay attention, guys. Please go to the New Jersey unemployment website. New Jersey is spending a ton of money in the IT infrastructure and not in people answering phones. So if you're calling them, you are very likely to not get through. But if you do use the contact me chat box and ask questions, they are more likely to get back to you. It might not be within 15 minutes or that day, but you are definitely part of that percentage that will get back. So I highly recommend, this is what we were told at Monmouth County, because we do not deal with unemployment or money or unemployment insurance, but that is the way to get through to them. So I would have all my questions ready to go, as well as if you don't hear back, call me, chat them again and email them. to the point that you're getting the information that you need, because everyone's situation is different, and they are very understanding that COVID-19 has stopped and halted all businesses. Even if you had unemployment that was like terminated, done, you might be eligible again. Might, I don't know. Everyone has a different situation.
Contacting unemployment, it's the Department of Labor. It's the state of New Jersey Department of Labor, and they have sections, and one of them has to do with unemployment or unemployment insurance benefits or something like that. You'll find them. So there's interplay between these ideas because, you know, you could be out on unemployment and get sick or not realize you were sick, but the exposure was at work. So you're going to be off of one and on to another. But there's also the prospect that you could suffer a long-term disability and are not going to go back to work, right? There is short-term disability, but under the state. Now, this is not like your disability insurance plan that you bought privately. It's a whole other level. That's a contract, and we can talk about that if you have any questions. But I'm talking about disability related to long-term disability related to work. You may find yourself in a situation where you need to actually stop working. Some people do. And there's the Federal Social Security Administration. They have disability insurance section. And on any of these, if people have questions, concerns, write me, call me. I'll be happy to answer. And if I need help, I will patch you into somebody else who's got a more specialized version of this.